everybody, it's Adrienne again. I thought I'd come here today and give you a little bit about the day in the life of a realtor. I got my realty pen officially, so you can see it's right here. I'm a realtor. Realtors are different than real estate agents if you don't know why. In order to be a realtor, you have to actually join the National Association of Realtors in some way. I am a member of GNAR, which is the Greater Nashville Association of Realtors. There's different realty associations across the country, a whole bunch of different ones, but they're all under the umbrella of NAR, which is the National Association of Realtors. So it's really great to be a part of that kind of organization. I got to go to a luncheon the other day with the Nashville mayor, Megan Barry, who's our first female mayor, and it was amazing. But today, I'm doing something different. Every day is different for a real estate agent. You don't have a lot of days that are just like the other one. A lot of my friends have asked me what I do all day, so I thought I'd give you guys a little sneak peek of what I'm doing today. The first thing I did, which was very important to me, is I started off and I went to East Nashville, which is here in East Nashville, because I think as a realtor you should support local because that's what we do. We're selling you this city, and so part of that is helping out the local businesses around here. And so East Nashville is actually right up the street from our agency, from our main office, and so I just went there. I got some collages. They were delicious, so I beg you check it out if you have not been there yet. But today specifically, I'm going to do a blue tape walkthrough for one of my buyers. He is flying into town, and we are going to go to his home. It's a new construction, and so we're going to do a blue tape walkthrough, so I'll tell you a little bit about that. New builds are the first time someone's buying their residential property, so there's a whole host of differences between that and a residential building that's already been there. So one of the things that you do with a new build is you actually go through before you actually close, and you do a blue tape walkthrough. Now it is called a blue tape walkthrough because literally you use blue tape. You basically just walk through the house and you find anything that you may have a problem with. It's a new construction, so everything should be brand new. The walls should all be brand new painted. The doors are all brand new put in. So you just kind of check and make sure that everything's the way you like it before you actually take possession of the home. Now, what I do as a realtor whenever I'm getting ready for a blue tape walkthrough is one of my biggest stipulations is always have the new buyer do the walkthrough. I strongly encourage the buyers themselves to do the walkthrough and not have the realtors do it, because they might notice something that you don't, or they might not notice something that you might help them with. So I go with them on their blue tape walkthrough. So that's what I'm doing today, actually. So I actually email them. I confirm when we're going to do blue tape walkthrough. You always confirm with the listing agent that you're going to go to the home when you are, so that they can do any work they need to ahead of time. For instance, this house was staged, so they had to remove the staging furniture because it's going to be a little bit more difficult to do a walkthrough whenever there's a lot of furniture hiding the walls and hiding the baseboards. So with the house being staged, I waited until after the home staging furniture was out before I scheduled our walkthrough. So then I emailed my client, got him everything that he needed as far as all of his information, when it's going to be, when we're available to get in there, and then he scheduled a time that was convenient for him. So today is that time. I also sent him this checklist. So I have this blue tape walkthrough checklist. On here, it's just a couple things that I've compiled that are good to look for. If somebody's buying a home for the first time, they don't really know what a blue tape walkthrough is. What are they looking for? For instance, you want to open all the windows, make sure they can open. You want to check the walls, make sure everything's painted correctly. You don't want to go too meticulous and say you see a piece of like sand in the wall and the paint painted over it. That's a little meticulous, but you want it to be the way you like it. So if there's grout missing between tiles, make sure all the outlets work, make sure all the switches work. A good thing to do is open every door, open and close it at least 3 times, just to make sure they don't stick in any way. And these are just really basic things that, a builder is building a whole house, so they might miss these things. So when I go to blue tape walkthroughs, I just bring a couple of things with me, just in case. So one of the things you definitely need is obviously blue tape. It is a blue tape walkthrough. Bring blue tape. Another thing I bring is a level. It's just a cheap little level. It only cost me like $3. This is just good to have because if you look at something and you're not quite sure if it's level, this is always just going to confirm it. If something's not level, You may not notice to begin with, but it'll drive you crazy later. I also bring tape measure. One of the really good things to check for is the openings where you're going to put a lot of appliances that aren't already in the home. They should be standard openings so that when you do buy an appliance, it fits in there, or when you go to look for appliances, you know how big the opening is. For instance, the house we're looking at today does not have a refrigerator in it. So we can measure to see how big the opening is for the refrigerator so that when he goes to buy one, he knows what size refrigerator that he can purchase. Now, of course, there's all different sizes fridges, there's standard sizes, but this just helps so that we have that information ahead of time. You always want to give as much information as you can to the buyers. And then, of course, a flashlight, because we're going to go in areas that might not have any light that you want to look into, and so a flashlight is always helpful to have there. And then a pen and, of course, paper. So this is the things that I bring with me to the Blue Tape walkthrough. I will give you guys a little video of the walkthrough here, and then you can let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much.